Let's go. Well, first off, thank you guys so much for that warm welcome. If you don't mind, can I get from behind that podium? Make sure I get permission. I can't get in trouble with the principal or superintendent. But first off, I just want to say thanks so much for the opportunity to be here with you all today. I consider it an honor and a privilege to be here in my hometown, pointing to the seniors in my hometown, right? And so you need to know that it's important to me. Like, I ain't messing around. I came to bring you my A game, right? And, yes, right? And because of that, I just want to just give you some encouragement. I just want to pour into you, give you some tools that I feel that can help you in your journey in the next chapter of your life. But since I'm an educator, I have some expectations and norms for you as well, right? And I call it my 3 B's. And the first B, I ask that you would just be in the moment with me. And what I mean by that is, like, don't worry about what's going on later. Don't worry about what happened earlier. I ask that you would just be in the moment with me and let's have a good time. If y'all good with that, let me get some head nods. Yeah, come on. All right. The second B is be interactive. Yeah, I came to give you my A game. Yeah, I'm excited. But I want us to learn and grow together with the time that we have. So I may ask y'all a question or two, right? So y'all good with being interactive, with giving me some answers? If you're good with that, give me a thumbs up. Let me see that. Good deal. All right. You're not sure? Oh, there you go. Good. There you go. Good. All right. And then the last B, and this is the most important B, I ask that you would be in application mode. What does that mean, Coach? I'm going to tell you what it means. What that means is I'm intentional about what I'm going to give you today, right? I hope that you can take at least one thing from what I give you today and actually use it and apply it in your life, right? Your time's valuable, my time, I'm not going to waste your time, right? So I'm intentional about what I want to give you, and I want you to take at least one thing from what I give you and actually apply it and use it in your life. If you're good with that, tell me we're ready, Coach. No, hold on, wait a minute, let me try that again. If you're good with that, tell me we're ready, Coach. Well, let's go. Well, what I want to do, first off, Ms. Johnson, you're going to have to be with me on time. I'm going to be out of my head. I'm excited, right? Let's say with me on time. But I want to tell you, take a couple minutes to share with you my story, right? And I want you to know my story because I come from the same place you come from, right? I'm not telling you my story to say, hey, look what I've done. I'm telling you my story to say, hey, look what you can do and more, right? And so, like she said in the intro, my name is Chip Baker. I'm a 4th generation educator, teacher, and former coach. I come from a family of church folk and educators. Let me give you that one again. I come from a family of church folk and educators. And what that means to me, I always say that is because I was raised in a family that I was taught that it ain't about you. Can I say it like it is? It's bigger than you, right? That's what I was taught. I was taught to be a person that gives service. No, you're going to give service, right? It's bigger than you. And so I always share that because I'm proud of that. That's my upbringing. Grew up here in Hearne, went to school at all of the schools here in Hearne. My house is where I grew up is Brinken Street, right over there by the park. 604 West Brinken by the park. That's where I grew up, right? So was in church, was involved in lots growing up, played 4 sports for 4 years in high school, had the opportunity to go play college football at West Texas A&M University. Did that, graduated, got my degree. Once I got my degree, I went to Conroe Independent School District where I started teaching and coaching. Did that for a few years. Had an opportunity to come to Hearne and be a coach. Did that for a couple years, then went back to Conroe ISD where I continued to coach. And now I'm on my 25th year in education. Coached for 20 of those years. And so it's been a great journey. Like she said, started my YouTube channel and podcast about 8 years ago. And what I do is I just interview people from all walks of life. And I share their stories for positive inspiration and motivation. And it's been pretty cool because like I'm getting the opportunity to talk to people that I see on TV, or people that I watch in the NFL, or people that I listen to their music. Did I tell y'all came from where y'all come from? Right, yeah. So it's been crazy. It's been a really neat journey. About 6 years ago, I started writing books. And I don't know, growing up, I didn't know anybody that wrote books, y'all. I mean, like, right, I didn't know anybody that wrote books. So, like, even when I say that, like, it still trips me out, right? And so, to the date, I've written or been a part of 19 books, and I'm truly grateful for that. And so, that brings us to where we are today. Like I said when I started that, I wanted to make sure that I take time to tell y'all my story, not to say, hey, because I'm not a talk about me guy, right? Not to say, hey, look what I've done. I say it to say, hey, look what you can do, and more, right? So that's why I'm sharing. That's why I share my story with you. So I'm a big reflective guy. When I found out I was going to have the opportunity to be here, I reflected on some things. And the first thing I reflected on is where I was mentally, emotionally, physically, when I was in your shoes, right? So lots of thoughts, a lot of emotions, lots of things. I thought about the values that were instilled in me when I grew up here in Hearne, Texas, by those church folk, by those family, by those teachers, by those coaches, by those counselors, by those community members, those values that were instilled in me. Then I reflected on my journey. When I was where you are, I had no clue that I'd be doing what I'm doing. Let me give you that one again. When I was where you are, I had no clue that I'd be where I am now. Right? So I reflected on the journey, what the journey has been for me, and then the excitement, like the pure excitement that I have for y'all, for your journey. Because I'm going to tell you, you're going to do some things that's going to blow you away in your life, and it'll be the same way for you. The other thing I thought about, and this is the big thing, I've always been fascinated with success, right? I've always been fascinated with successful people. What do successful people do to make it to be successful? I've always been fascinated with that. And so that brought me to what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. I want to talk to you about traits of successful people, right? And y'all said y'all going to be interactive and talk to me, right? Y'all said that? Okay, good. Well, let's try it out right here. All right. So I want you to like reflect on what are some traits of some successful people. Just give me something. Give it to me. Consistency. Hey, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna look at you again. Boom, and I'm gonna give you a boom. Consistency, right? The people in my life that I've seen most successful, I know what I'm gonna get from them, right? Which also it allowed me to trust them, right? Somebody over here had something. I brought my sister with me too. Can you bring them, those people to answer, can you give them, I brought some books. So if you help me out here, I'm gonna give you a book, all right? Somebody over here had one. Communication. Is it important to have proper communication? Yeah. All right, give me one more. So right here in the white. Give me one more. Trust. I'm gonna come to you. Trust. Whew. Man, I gotta take a deep breath on that. I gave you some sound effects on that one. Trust, right? Man, trust is huge. Like I think about when you say trust, I think about, yes, trusting other people, but then I also think about, y'all need to hear this. In your journey, there's gonna be some difficulties that you face, but you gotta make sure you keep pushing through so that you show yourself that you can do great things, and then you trust that. Right? And you start to trust yourself, and you get on the road and you do better things because you trust that you can do it. Right? That's good, man. Give me one more right here. Honesty. That's good, man. I'm going to share this one. Some of y'all in here knew my mama. Right? So my mom was a strict disciplinarian, man. My mama didn't play. Right? And it don't matter. Like, she was honest. She was going to give it to me. Like, sometimes she may have gave it to me like I didn't want to hear it. But she was honest, and I knew where that lady came from. I knew she worked 3 and 4 jobs to take care of us. So if she giving it to me like that, I probably need to listen and do what I'm supposed to do. Honest. All right, so thank you guys so much for sharing. I hope that y'all enjoy those books. Thank y'all. But for me, there's 2 things that I thought about, traits of those successful people that I've been blessed to have in my life. And the first trait that I saw was their mindset, right? And I'm an acronym guy, so I'm gonna give you some acronyms. And the acronym I'm gonna give you for mindset is LPO. And the L is limits. Let me ask you this. This is another part where y'all talk to me. All right, this is another part where y'all talk to me. All right, so who is the only person that can hold you back from doing, achieving, being whatever it is you want to be in your life? Yourself, right? So I believe that if you limit yourself, you limit yourself. And what that means is, like, you have to have positive self-talk. You have to trust and believe that you can do great things, right? And what happens is, when you believe that and you do that, when you don't limit yourself, then amazing things happen for you. The P in LPO is possibilities. And y'all, the possibilities are possible. Let me give you that one again. The possibilities are possible. And I shared y'all story with me. I took time to share my story with y'all because I wanted you to understand that great things are in store for you. And I'll just speak for myself. It don't matter the mistakes you made. It don't matter the things you've done. None of that stuff matters. What matters is, are you willing to put the work in? Do you believe in what you're doing? And are you willing to go make it happen? The possibilities are possible, y'all. And you got to believe that. The O in LPO is opportunities. And opportunities bring opportunities. Let me give you that one again. Opportunities bring opportunities. And what I mean by that is, it's important to make sure you value every moment that you're blessed to have, right? That was the first thing I asked y'all to do when I started, is to be in the moment, right? Right? Every moment that you're blessed to have, you got to make sure that you value those moments, because magic moments make magic memories. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if you caught that. Hey, magic moments make magic memories, right? And what you have to make sure you do is be in those moments so that you create those magic moments so that you have those magic memories. And so this is my favorite story to tell. I want to tell y'all this. So growing up, I told y'all about my mother being a strict disciplinarian. She instilled some values into me. Work hard, do right, treat people right, put yourself around good people, take care of your business. Boy, you're going to do that. You know when she say boy, it's for real. She know my name. She gave me my name. She know my name. When she say boy, give me the look. You're going to do that, right? And so she instilled that into me, and I strive to do those things in my life. But what I didn't know, y'all, is that people would see that. That's where it get good right here. So fast forward, I told y'all I went to school here, went to college. Out of college, I applied for a teaching and coaching job in Conroe ISD. And the principal at that school, he knew a guy from Hearne. I didn't know that, right? I'm going to just tell Mr. McDaniel. Y'all in the crowd, y'all know Mr. McDaniel, right? And growing up, Mr. McDaniel was my Little League baseball coach. He was my elementary school principal. And y'all, I wanted to grow up to be like Mr. McDaniel, right? Those of y'all that are in the crowd that know him, man, I wanted the penny loafers with the penny in it. I wore that with the blazer, how he would wear the blazer. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Mr. McDaniel, right? Great guy, smile on his face, loved everybody. I wanted to grow up and be just like him. So what I didn't know is that principal knew Mr. McDaniel. So he calls Mr. McDaniel. He says, hey, I got this Chip Baker kid applying for a job here in my school. Tell me a little bit about him. And so Mr. McDaniel says, oh, man, he's a great guy. He's going to work hard. He's going to do things the right way. He's going to treat people right. You need to give him an opportunity. He'll be an asset to your team. And I share that with you because I got my very first teaching and coaching job off of the person that I was as a kid. Hold on, wait a minute. Did y'all catch that? I got my very first teaching and coaching job off of the person that I was as a kid. And what that means is, hey, you got to make sure that when you're doing things that you're intentional about it, right? You have to make sure that you take advantage of every opportunity that you have, because opportunities will bring you opportunities. All right, so that's the mindset piece that I share with you. And I share with you LPO, limits, possibilities, opportunities. The second trait that I saw of those successful people that I've been blessed to have in my life is they took the proper actions. Like, you can have the proper mindset, but if you're not willing to put the dang work in, you can forget about it. You got to take the proper actions, right? And the acronym I want to share with you, I call it the SHG principle, right? And so you need to know that, like, I'm not here standing in front of y'all giving you fluff about this. Like, this is what I do in my life, right? So the S in the SHG principle is show up. And what I mean by show up is, if you're supposed to be somewhere, have your butt there early and not on time, because on time is late. Show up. And when you're there, make sure that you're in the moment so that you catch the blessings and the lessons that you're supposed to get. Hold on, let me give you that one again. Make sure that you show up and you're intentional so that you catch the blessings and the lessons that you're supposed to get. Because who does that make better? That makes you better, right? So show up. The H in the SHG principle is have a great attitude. And there's two things that you can control. I'm sure y'all heard this, attitude and effort. Y'all heard that before? Two things you can control is your attitude and effort. You control that. It don't matter the environment, it don't matter the situation, whatever it is, you control your attitude and effort, right? And so here's one thing I want to share with you. You need to know this. Gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude. Gratitude is the attitude that determines our altitude. And what that means is we have to be grateful for what we have. Right? Things could be better, but they could be way worse too. Right? So we have to make sure we're grateful for what we do have and learn to work with, I'm going to say it like it is, just work with what you got. Right? And when you learn to work with what you got, amazing things will happen for you. And again, like I said earlier, you'll surprise yourself. The G in the SHG principle is give your all. And y'all, I rock with effort. People that show me effort, I rock with that. Because it shows me they're consistent. That shows me I can trust them. That shows me that they're honest. Right? In any situation that you're in, give your all. Give your best to everything. My mom used to say, boy, you should go with the boy again. Boy, if you're going to do something, do it right. Don't waste your time. Right? And what that means is give maximum effort to what you're doing. Because when you give maximum effort, who receives the maximum benefit? We do. You do. Right? So visualize this with me. Successful people visualize. Great athletes, successful, they visualize themselves doing great things, and then they go do those great things. So visualize this with me. So if I show up, have a great attitude, give my all today, is that a pretty good day with me? For me? Come on, y'all talk to me. That's a good day? Yeah, right? So then I reflect in the evening, like, man, what did I do good on? Oh, I need to be better on this. And then tomorrow, boom, I hit the ground running, I SHG tomorrow. Is that a pretty good day for me tomorrow? Come on, y'all talk to me. Yeah, right? And then I do the same process and I do that for a week. Is that a good week for me? Yep. And I do that for a month. Is that a good month for me? Right, rock with me. And I continue to do that for a year. Good year. Continue to do that good years. And I do that until I get to go visit the big man. Right? And what it will allow me to do is not just leave a legacy, but it will allow me to live a legacy by my day-to-day actions. Just by showing up, having a great attitude, and giving my all to everything that I give. So in closing, again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the opportunity to the administration. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here to pour into you. You need to know that this is an honor and a privilege for me. Like I said when I started, I don't take this lightly. It means something to me because I was in your shoes at this same place. So it means something to me, right? And I just wanted to come today just to give you some encouragement, just to pour into you, just to give you some tools that I hope that you can take and use in your life. And so I just want to review what I went over. I talked to you about traits of successful people. There's two major traits that I've seen in my life that successful people have. They have a great mindset. The acronym I gave you is LPO, limits. If you limit yourself, you limit yourself. Possibilities. The possibilities are possible. Opportunities. Opportunities bring opportunities. And then the second thing we talked about is taking the proper actions. And I share with you the SHG principle. The S is show up. The H is have a great attitude. And the G is give your all. And so as I close, there's one thing that I always say that I wholeheartedly believe with everything I got in me. With every fiber that I got in me, I believe that no significant success is just going to come to you. I believe that you got to go make it happen. Right? I believe you got to go get it. Right? And y'all good for having a little fun? Y'all right with having some fun? All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to count it down 1, 2, 3, and then y'all going to give me a real loud go get it. Can y'all do that? Mama, parents, y'all can get in this too. Mama and them, y'all can get in this too. All right, real loud, go get it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Go get it! Go get it. Thank you, guys.